is being charged with aggravated homicide.
Mother is also being charged.
And the mother is also being charged. We're talking with one of our producers off camera here who is on the phone with Fox 13's Nineveh Dinha right now.
All right, let's recap that top story. Police are focused their search for 4-year-old Ethan near Powder Mountain in Weber County. That happened this morning. They've called off that search in Layton and then went to Powder Mountain.
Now, the boy's mother told police he was last seen in his bed at her Layton apartment at about 11 o'clock last night. His mother also told police Ethan had wandered away from the apparent...
Let's go to the press conference.
I'd like to thank the media for your patience and professionalism throughout the day. I'd also like to thank our citizens for the response that they gave us coming to the aid of volunteer efforts for this young child. On May 10th, 2010, at approximately 11:55 p.m., Layton Police Department received a call about a missing boy. The child was identified as 4-year-old Ethan Stacy. Ethan's mother said she put him to bed around 9 p.m. When she checked on him later, he was gone. She told officers that Ethan had snuck out of the home on prior occasions. Officers arrived within 5 minutes. They met with the parents, obtained a description of Ethan, and started checking the area to include the apartment grounds, trash receptacles, vehicles in the parking lot, storage shed, and area businesses. K-9 units from the Layton Police Department, Davis County Sheriff's Office, and a bloodhound dog from the West Valley Police Department were called to aid in the search. Additionally, officers on scene used thermal imaging and night vision equipment to assist in the search. A countywide attempt to locate was issued for Ethan at 12:35 a.m. Within the first 90 minutes, all Layton Police Department detectives had been notified. Reverse 911 calls were made within a half-mile radius, and the Davis area CART team had been activated. Additionally, a list of known sex offenders within a 1 square mile radius had been obtained. An endangered person alert was issued in this case due to the child's age, the time lapse, and the elements. The situation did not fit the criteria for an Amber Alert in this case. Amber Alert requires that the child be under 18 years of age, requires a confirmed abduction, evidence that the child is in danger of death or serious bodily injury, and information that can be sent to the public that can help in the apprehension of the child or the arrest of the suspect. Officers from Layton Police Department and Davis Area CART team, FBI agents, adult probation and parole, as well as Child Protective Services and Davis County Search and Rescue personnel were assembled. Within 2.5 hours after receiving the call, an additional reverse 911 notification was made extending that area to 1 mile. By 3:30 in the morning, the initial area was searched thoroughly. Personal contact was made with all the registered sex offenders in the target area. Their homes were searched, and door-to-door canvass of the apartment community was completed. By 5 a.m., additional searches had been done in the area of the apartment. Crime scene officers evidence.
Oh, we lost that live shot, but you just heard...
missing and exploited children was also notified. As this incident progressed, officers conducted additional searches of the general area. Each apartment was contacted and searched. Vehicles were visually inspected in the parking lot. Officers contacted citizens as they left the property that morning, asking for help locating the child and for consent to search every vehicle. Dumpsters were searched. Businesses were contacted again, and the waste collection companies were notified. The Department of Public Safety also responded with a helicopter to assist in the search. Feeling that the surrounding area had been thoroughly searched, we then reduced the area of focus to the apartment community and continued our efforts there. Persons of interest were interviewed, and information was obtained leading us to the possible burial site in the area of Powder Mountain. This information was attained at approximately 11 a.m. Due to weather and terrain, it was difficult to process this crime scene. The crime scene is currently being processed by Weber County CSI in conjunction with the Layton Police Department. At approximately 5 p.m., a body of a juvenile male matching Ethan's description was discovered at this site. Charges are being filed against the mother and stepfather in this case. The stepfather is 31-year-old Nathan Sloop. He is being charged with aggravated homicide, felony child abuse, obstruction of justice, and desecration of a corpse. The mother is 27-year-old Stephanie Sloop. She is being charged with felony child abuse, obstruction of justice, and desecration of a corpse. Time for some questions.
The body has been there at the burial site.
I don't know that answer.
What condition was the body found in?
The reports about how the body was actually recovered haven't come in. We were just notified simply that a body matching that description was found.
Is it apparent the boy did not leave the house last night?
Yeah, that appears to have been a ruse by the mother, something to cover the tracks.
Did they admit to it or confess to you that they were involved?
I'm not going to go into that part right now.
So how do you know that?
Well, as you can see, we've had quite a development in this story of missing 4-year-old Ethan. Stacy, hearing from Weber County, here's some very disturbing information.
And let's go back to the press conference.
For what? That was previous.
Have you notified the boy's biological father?
He has been notified.
Can you characterize his reaction?
I wasn't the one that made personal notification, but he has been notified.
We're talking about murder charges here, right?
Yes.
Well,
capital.
We apologize for this signal going in and out. Obviously, it's a tough day weather-wise for us, too, and so a little bit unreliable there. But
So to recap, they did an exhaustive search around the apartment complex in Layton after police were notified that little Ethan was missing, and about 11 o'clock this morning, after interviewing folks around that apartment complex, they did obtain information about a possible burial site. And they, at 5 o'clock, so 6 hours later, did discover a body of a boy matching Ethan's description.
That crime scene up near Powder Mountain is where Fox 13's Ben Winslow has been all afternoon. And as he has described it to us, and you're looking at pictures from earlier there, the CSI folks who were processing that crime scene were seen digging in the dirt up there and then placing items into a blue tarp, which was brought down the mountain.
And if you're just joining us, little Ethan was visiting his mother, 27-year-old Stephanie Sloop, for the summer. That she is his biological mom. She's married to 31-year-old Nathan Sloop, his stepfather. Both have now been charged with desecration of a corpse as well as murder charges in connection with Ethan's disappearance.
Ethan's disappearance last night, or his reported disappearance by the family, set in motion an intense search for this young man, and as it was described to us in this news conference, it was a comprehensive and far-reaching search that expanded in its scope and its geographical location throughout the night as they continued looking for him.
Well, and weather definitely played a big factor. They had to delay searching the site where they did find a body because it was snowing so hard earlier. Let's move on to some weather, talking about snow. Brett?